Hello guys, while Russia spends billions to destroy Ukrainian schools, hospitals and to turn off electricity and heating in homes like mine, their own people are freezing and literally lacking food. This is not my exaggeration. This is the report of the Russian Ministry of the Development of Far East and Arctic. And according to it, they need 30 billion rubles loans, federal loans, to be able to supply food to the far north of Russia. And in Altai KRAI, they have another problem with their heating system, and thousands of people are without heating, all because they have no money to provide the necessary repairs. So just think about that. While the Kremlin spends billions literally every day to cause this freezing in Ukraine, their own people, and we are talking about millions now, in the far north, 2.1 million people are dependent on food supplies. So their own people are freezing and lacking food. I will never understand Russia and why their people observe what is happening to them. This is crazy, and the only way to stop it all, to bring light back to Ukraine, to protect Europe, to protect the world, and honestly, even to give food to those freezing Russians in the Far East and Far North, is to defeat the Kremlin regime. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see Putin in The Hague, subscribe and do share these videos. It's not that easy to record them with slow internet, low temperatures, but everyone in Ukraine is determined to survive. This frosty season cannot last that long, and believe me, that is Putin's desperation. He cannot get anything on the front lines, he cannot pressure Ukrainians to surrender, so he uses perhaps his last tactic, trying to freeze us, creating real humanitarian catastrophes, but at the same time his own economic mismanagement, this, I don't know, weakness of the Russian population already bring very similar results in very different parts of the Russian Federation. Let's begin with problems with food supply, because perhaps that is the top priority for any normal government. So we all know that Russia, the Russian Federation, is an illogically large territory that Putin literally does not control. Most of it is uninhabited, so of course they don't need new territories, they don't need new people, because they don't care about those they already have. And a good example is this situation with the far north regions. So in Russia, they have the Ministry of the Development of Far East and Arctic that is supposed to solve these problems. And it reported that 10 billion rubles they got are not enough to supply food that people need. And right now they need 30 billion rubles in loans. So they are asking to increase budget loans to the region to be able to deliver food. They are not developing the infrastructure, they are not trying to solve problems with logistics, they use the same approach as back in the USSR. That is crazy. Just think about opportunities that Russia could have had if they did not burn billions of dollars on destroying Ukraine while their own country is being destroyed by their negligence, by their passive attitude literally towards everything. So when we're talking about these people that now need 30 billion rubles in federal loans to simply get access to food, we're not talking about product, we're talking about access, supplies, logistics. 2.1 million. 2.1 million, that's a lot. So while Putin is desperate to create humanitarian catastrophes in Kyiv, in Kharkiv, and even in the western part of Ukraine, you see, I don't have electricity right now, but we don't have censorship. We do have mobile internet, even in such electricity outages periods. So do think about Russia's problems when they turn off electricity, when they turn off internet, and say that's because something happened. Trust me, that's because the Kremlin is hiding their failures. And now Russian vloggers are openly talking about that, and with each video more and more updates that expose Putin's weakness and inability to answer the questions that they have. And I remind you, these are his supporters, those who cheered for war and now do not enjoy that war on their own territory. But right now, we're talking about problems with food, problems with heating in the regions that are very far away from the front line, that are not within the reach of the Ukrainian drone. So all of these problems are literally Russia homemade. And the second, and I have recently reported about problems with heating in Irkutsk and Altai KRAI, and they did not manage to solve them. And they repeated, because like unpunished evil grows, that's what I keep saying. So in Altai KRAI, where it is way colder than in Kyiv right now, they have like minus 30 Celsius, the temperatures are freezing, and thousands of people are without heating, all because of a rupture in the main heating pipeline. And guess why? Because they do not change them, they do not maintain them properly, and they don't even have money to repair them. And again, I may say, guess why? Because of Putin's failed special military operation supported by millions, and now they have no money left for basic needs. Actually, a question of the standards of life is never a question in Russia. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with their priorities, with their population. Why don't they discuss these things? Because in Ukraine, even during constant Russian attacks, with electricity outages, we do care about standards of life that we can preserve. We communicate with our local authorities, we create groups, we back up each other. There are generators that can help people supply their buildings, provide some electricity. Like, we are all in this survival mode, but at the same time, I'd say like high quality survival mode. Maybe because we care about each other and we treat each other with dignity. That's an important word that many underestimate. Do drop me some warm comments to cheer me up. Let me know what's your... I have so many candles around. Do let me know what's your favorite candle scent, and what do you do to keep yourself warm, because we have a beautiful international community, and I know that you experience similar things in your countries because of weather conditions, because of being located somewhere remotely. Maybe you also border with Russia and experience their interference. Anyway, all advice are accepted, and thank you so much for being present, for caring about us, for leaving your comments of support. This means a lot, and trust me, with even a weak internet signal, lots of Ukrainians reading carefully what you are saying. Follow me on X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, Discord. The links in the description. Also, remember to subscribe to Anna Danilchuk channel. Our community is growing there. Check the merch shop. Lots of good and still warm sweatshirts and hoodies that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channels. But most importantly, thank you for standing with Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!